Hi, everyone. I'm John Huber, and I'm thrilled to welcome you to my brand new YouTube channel. Now, this channel is going to be dedicated to helping real estate agents just like yourself thrive in today's competitive market. Now, there's a lot of changes that are coming right around the corner, and I'm here to help you navigate through them and thrive in this new market. But before I go there, let me tell you a little bit about my story. Now, I've been in the real estate industry for a little over 3 decades now. It all started back in Seattle in the early 90s, where I began in the timeshare business. There, I learned a ton of valuable sales and marketing techniques. Eventually, it transformed over into a more traditional real estate model. And that's when I decided it was time to leave Seattle and move to San Diego. I lived there for about 10 years, but after being there for a few years, I had built a very successful real estate team that we were closing multiple transactions on a weekly basis. And that continued until right around 2008 when the crash hit. Now, that was a really tough time, but it was also a very valuable learning experience. I had lost sight of how to sustain a successful business, not only through the good times, but have a good, strong plan and execution through those hard times as well. Now, luckily for me, I was actually offered a really good consulting gig with a major real estate developer down in Cabo San Lucas. I went down there and spent 5 amazing years as their director of marketing and sales. I was even able to meet my wife. Now, she's from Argentina and I'm being from Seattle. Clearly, the universe had a plan and put us somewhere in the middle. Once my contract was up, it was time to return back to the state. And my wife and I discussed it, and we decided to settle back up into Seattle. There, I was headhunted by Zillow and became one of their top mentors and coaches. I really enjoyed and thrived on working and helping all different types of real estate agents across the United States. Now, as I grew and the more I learned, I started feeling more limited on how I could actually help them. Don't get me wrong, I loved helping the agents, but I was tired of being kind of handcuffed and having to promote the company line. I really wanted to help agents the way I felt that they needed it. So my wife and I made a very bold decision. We decided to pack our bags, leave Seattle, and we moved to Texas. Here, I got my real estate license again. While I was going through my real estate school, I actually started working with another marketing company for real estate that specializes in following up, mastering that crucial skill, knowing it's one of the most important things in real estate that most agents, whether you're new or been in the industry for a long time, just don't do. When it was time to choose a brokerage, I wanted one that was going to embrace my entrepreneurial spirit. After interviewing over a dozen brokerages, all the way from some of the top traditional brokerages to some of the most successful boutique and mom and pop shops, I chose EXP. Now, their virtual platform and their collaborative nature really excited me. They allowed me the most flexibility to be able to run my business my way that I could find at the time. Now, I loved it so much, I actually brought over 70 agents into EXP. But eventually, I felt that they were losing their focus and shifting away from what was best for the agents. They had a lot of new announcements and benefits and things that they were coming out with, but they were more focused on the recruiting aspect than on real estate. So I started exploring my options, keeping an open mind. As always, in this industry, we hear it a ton of times. There's nothing more dangerous than a closed mind. So I started looking into the new cloud-based brokerages that were starting to pop up. I'm not going to start naming names. I'm sure you've heard of a lot of them. I did a very deep dive. I just saw them more of a loose knockoffs of the EXP model. I did deep dives into them. Sure, they were going to save me some money over here or give me a little bonus thing over here. But then they were also nickel and diming me over here or charging me extra for this. It really wasn't what I was looking for. I was looking for something different. And that's when I discovered LPT Realty. Now, to be honest, initially, I wasn't super impressed. I did a very superficial look at them, thinking they were going to be like all these other cloud-based brokerages that were popping up. But after seeing so many agents that I knew personally and truly respected starting to move over there, I decided it was time to take a deeper look. I was invited to their San Antonio launch party here. And once I got there, I had a really long conversation with this guy who was wearing shorts, flip flops, baseball cap on backwards. I was sharing my doubts about the model's sustainability. He patiently explained their vision, their goals, some of their finances, and I was absolutely blown away. Turns out that guy was their CEO, Rhonda Palmer. I immediately went home, told my wife everything. She wasn't overly happy that I was leaving EXP, but after I showed her and explained it, the choice was obvious. We immediately moved over to LPT, and it's turned out to be the best decision we have ever made. LPT's hybrid model lets me run my business my way. I get to define my version of success. I can build a team how I want without restrictions. It's the perfect fit. Now, we're the fastest growing brokerage in history for a reason. In just our first 2 years of existence, we have over 12,000 agents. Nobody's ever come close to growing that fast. And the reason is because of our model. Nobody's doing what we're doing right now. And we're only in 25 states. We're opening up an additional 13 here in the next few months. So if you want some more information about LPT, please reach out to me. My contact information is going to be here at the end of the video. Now, I'm ready to share my experiences and knowledge with you. This channel is going to be your go-to resource for everything real estate, from lead generation to closing more transactions. We're going to try and cover it all. Think of this as your hub for innovation and growth. Real estate redefined. Now, if you're ready to take your business to the next level, subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Give me a thumbs up, like, and smash that bell button to get the latest content. I can't wait to help you and see you succeed.